Okay, welcome back to the channel everybody. My name's Trucking Chris. In this video what we're covering is some trucking tips 101 in the art of reversing an Arctic unit with a trailer. So, not a wagon and drag, it's pretty much similar for wagon and drag, it's pretty much similar for car and horse box, but what I'm specifically going to cover for you is an Arctic tractor unit and a trailer. First things to note though, obviously the unit, not that it matters, this one is only a 4x2, the trailer is a tri-axle trailer, that is quite important. So obviously as you can see, we've got 3 axles on the trailer, so this trailer itself scaled up would be a 13 metre trailer, tri-axle, so obviously you will need to bear that in mind that I'm showing you for a tri-axle trailer. Okay, so first things first, and these are probably what I would say are fundamental things. So, whenever you come to reverse, what you need to remember is, unlike in a car, you're not reversing, when you're reversing, you're not steering your unit. So, this bit isn't really what you're steering. What you're trying to steer is the trailer. So what we'll do is we'll hook these up. Give me a second, it's a bit fiddly. There we go. Okay. So what we have here is obviously the Arctic unit setup. So when you're going backwards, like I say, what you need to remember is that you are actually steering this. You're steering the back of the trailer. You're not trying to steer where you're going in the cab. When you're going forward, you are, because obviously that's the most important thing. However, when you're going backwards, it is all about steering the trailer. So you want the trailer to do what you want it to do. So, easiest way to explain that, and the way to do it quite simply, is you steer the opposite way to what you're used to start off with, and then you follow it by steering the correct way and oversteer to straighten it up. That's the bit that confuses a lot of people. So the easiest way to do it is if you grab hold of the bottom of your steering wheel with your hand. So you've got hold of your steering wheel like so. If you want the trailer to go to your right, you turn your right hand up. Therefore, let's see if we can show you what will happen with this unit. So you turn your right hand up, which is going to do that, which in turn has started to kick the trailer out to the right hand side. So let's see if I can show you. We'll have a nice top down view. So, obviously you want the back end of this trailer to be going that way. So with your right hand at the bottom of the steering wheel you lift up, which does that, which if you look at what it's doing to the trailer, it is kicking the trailer out to the right hand side. Obviously if you keep going, boom, jackknife. So, like I say, to turn the back end of the trailer to the right, you lift your right hand up. To turn the back end of the trailer to the left, you lift your left hand up. So by lifting your left hand up, we'll do that, kicking the back end of the trailer out to the left hand side. This is the easiest way to remember it, is by literally doing, like I say, grabbing hold of the bottom of the steering wheel with both hands. If you want your trailer to go that way, let go with your left hand and move your right hand up. That will in turn start to kick the trailer out that way. Likewise, if you want the back end of the trailer to go to the left, let go with your right hand, start lifting your left hand up. So, that's pretty much the art of being able to start the trailer turning whichever way you want it to. So, what we've got over here, it says, is here's something I prepared earlier. Some bays, basically. So all I've done is set up. See if we can get you in a good position. Probably not. We'll put you back over here. We've set up some bays. So you come trundling along in your unit. Yes, this is a left-hand drive, but we're saying for this situation that this unit is set up for a right-hand drive. So you come trundling along. Beep, beep. You get to your delivery point. You've been in, you've spoken to the office and they've said, okay, drive, can you put it on bay number 4 for us, please? So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously, these crossed sections that we've got here, they're where you're not meant to be. Obviously the clear channels is where you need it to be, and the line at the back is where the bay doors are, the parking space, etc, etc, whatever this example is. So, bay number 4. So, you come trundling along in your wagon. Obviously having a peek, bay number 1, no, that's not me. So, you keep moving. Bay number 2, no, that's not me. Obviously bay number 3, that's not me. Bay number 4, oh wait, that's the bay number I need. So, you've got bay number 4. What I would recommend is, when your wagon is getting close, so probably just level, so the front of your unit is just level with the start of bay number 4. At this point I would probably stop, get out, open the back doors of your trailer, especially if they're barn doors. If they're the up and over roller shut doors, not quite so important. But if you're talking barn door style like this trailer's got, and predominantly, well, in fact all the fridge units that we pull have got, open them up now, because you look a right fool when you've backed it onto a bay to realise you've not opened the not opened the back doors. Now obviously some of you may be saying, well hang on, you might be able to open them when it's in. Yes, some places you can. If you know that you can open those doors when you're in that bay, do it when you're in the bay. However, if you don't know, it's the first time you've gone to Z place, etc., I would recommend opening them now. Obviously when they're open, make sure, should be already anyway, but make sure your load is secure. Because obviously the last thing you want is, while you're driving around, stuff to fall out the back end of this wagon. So, doors are open, load secure. You've seen bay number 4, you're happy there's nothing down here, so there's no pallets dropped here, cones, tiny little van parked down there that you can't see, anything like that. This point, this is where you start all your reversing process for the bay. So, for this example, we're saying that there is trailers on bay 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6. So obviously you can't cut in. I will show you that one in a bit, but you're going for bay number 4. So once the front of your cab is level with it, what I tend to do at this point is just go a little bit further so that the front of your cab is now level with the other side of your bay line. So the one that will be on your driver's side. At which point, as long as you've got space all over here, and they've not done anything crazy like, you know, parking trailers, stacking pallets, skips, you know, all the sort of stuff we do actually encounter, but you've got the space. At this point, start putting the turn on. and you probably want to head at what I would call a 45-degree angle away from the bays. So just keep your unit going 45-degree angle away from the bays. So you're basically kicking the back end of the trailer out. So you're heading at a 45-degree angle nicely away from your bays. Once you see that the back end of your trailer has gone past your bay, just start to straighten your unit so you're back parallel with the bays. Now, the most important thing here is that you don't get the unit and the trailer straight. You need your unit and trailer to be sitting at an angle like so. So your trailer is still 45 degrees approximately, and your unit is 90 degrees to the bays. What you'll find is that this will help you when you come to do the reverse. So, put it in reverse. Now, best tip, this is what we call a near side reverse. So you can look out of your driver's window and you can see what's going on here. However, you can't see anything down this side of the vehicle. So obviously when you were doing this, make sure, like I say, that there's no pallets sat over here, nothing like that. Start going backwards, keeping your unit 90 degrees to the bays. While you're doing this, keep looking out of this window, looking where you're going, what the back end of your trailer's doing. But at the same time, every so often, keep checking that left side mirror just to see what this headboard is doing. So for those of you that have never done this, you will see here that you have the unit, but the headboard is sticking out further than the side of your vehicle. So obviously make sure you're not hugging a post, a telegraph pole, anything like that that's there, because you are going to hit it. So, like I say, you're going back, keeping your unit 90 degrees, and the trailer will start to come round. Once you think that from looking out of here, that trailer is starting to look like it's going to go into this space, because this is bay number 4. So, that there, at some point, you want to start chasing the trailer. So you are steering to straighten up, but don't straighten up too much. It's not really easy to explain, but you want to keep it going back the whole time so that these trailer wheels down here are going to run along this line. And as long as they're running along this line, you'll see that this side isn't going to go over this line, and as long as you don't go over this line, you won't hit anything that's parked in this bay. So, like I say, you're following it in. Now the pivoting point for a triaxle trailer is your middle wheels. Middle set of wheels is where the trailer will pivot. So as long as those middle wheels are hugging this line, doesn't matter that this back wheel has got a gap. Let's see if I can show you. Down here, obviously, the back wheel has a gap. Doesn't matter. It also doesn't matter that the front wheel is slightly over the line. It's the middle set of wheels. The middle ones are the important ones. So as it's coming round, start chasing it. Obviously, keeping nice and tight to the right hand side line, and just go back nice and gently till you are into the bay and you touch the back wall. It is just like that. It's not the easiest by far, but you will get the hang of it. That I can promise, is that this will eventually, you will get the hang of it. Obviously, everybody said to me, it will just click, and they're right, it does. But it is all in the setup. The key is the setup. So, if we just go back to starting point, so you're coming along, oop, doors are open. If you had just carried straight on, like that, so your back end was level with it and you are straight, you have got to get from this position some serious turn on to jackknife that round. Now you can do it, because there are some yards where it's not big enough, but if you've got the space, I always recommend putting that 45 degree, and then once the back end is almost level, bring your unit to level, so 90 degrees, so parallel to the front of these bays. So you've got this set up. That way when you start going backwards, your trailer is already turning round for you. Look at that. If only I could do it that quick in real life. But that's half the battle for being able to do a near side reverse. Now let's say wheel. Somebody forgot to lock the fifth wheel. Let's say you turn up and all these bays are actually empty. Why do what I've just done? No need. Come in, like so. Swing round. Sorry, I do apologise, the paper is moving. And back her in. Obviously, she should go in straight. That's the easiest way to do it if you've got the space. Now, this fifth wheel keeps unlocking. It's not good. However, the fun comes when you have a yard where you have to travel in this way. So we now have what's called a blindside reverse. Blindside reversers are called a blindside reverse because you as the driver is currently sat over here and you're not going to be able to see out of these mirrors. A blindside reverse is actually quite difficult. Where possible, try and avoid it. So, if you're coming in like so, you know you've got to go on bay 4, which you know is going to be a blindside reverse. If you've got the space, travel up the yard, turn around and come back. So you do a near side reverse. I personally always do that. I don't care whether this is a one-way system or not. If I've got the space and it is safe for me to do it, I'm going to turn around. The reason being, as soon as you do blindside like that, the mirror here, this mirror is looking at the side of the trailer. The mirror on this side is looking at the headboard. You can't see where your trailer's going. So, quite simply, it's blind. It's a blindside reverse. However, if you do have to do a blindside reverse, just same principles as before, just gently, and keep chasing it. Keep following it and get out, have a look. You know, there's no harm in having a look. Ask somebody to help you. Anything. In the end, you will find the trailer will come round and it will go in. But like I say, blindside reversers, nobody likes them. They're not the easiest thing to do. Now, I know this hasn't particularly been the best of videos. I understand that and I do apologise. But the most important thing to remember from this, if you are only going to take one thing away from this video, and that is to remember you are steering the trailer not your unit. And so you don't get confused with what way to steer. Like I say, grab hold of the bottom of the wheel with both hands. If you want the trailer to turn to your right hand side, let go with your left hand and move your right hand up. The trailer will start to turn to the right. Likewise, if you want to turn to the left, let go with your right hand and start to move your left hand up. The trailer will turn. You will get the hang of it. Like I say, it's not the easiest, but hopefully this video has helped you a little bit more in trying to work this process out. If you've got any questions or you're not sure, please do comment below and I will try and answer them by possibly making another video, actually doing it physically. I will try and show you as much as I can to help you out, because the driving test for Class 1, so Arctic, doesn't really help you to be able to get onto bays. It doesn't show you that setup. And like I say, the setup is the most important part. And the setup is by obviously having your trailer 45 degrees to your bays and your unit parallel. You're already helping yourself. Obviously the tighter the space you've got, so if you've got less room over here, get that trailer tighter, make the angle more. That way, as soon as you start going backwards, she's already coming round. Half the battle is your setup. Hopefully that's been helpful. Obviously, like I say, my name is Chucky and Chris. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. If you obviously like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Any comments, drop them down below, much appreciated. Like I say, if it's still not very helpful to people and you're unsure, I will try and do my best to explain more and do another video for you. Thank you very much. Goodbye.